had two big-time guests, and we had two unfortunate tech difficulty moments. So we're just going to run straight into our closing segment, which is Smash, Dagger, Kill. I've got the Smash today, and mine is on the White Michael Vick controversy. It was an interesting article by a guy named Toure in ESPN magazine. It kind of got a lot of play all over Twitter today. The article itself, the point was basically that you can't ask what would Michael Vick be like white because you can't divorce Michael Vick's Vickness from his blackness, and the way he plays and the way he's lived and the travails he's had. The picture, for those who didn't see, was then of basically Eric Devendorf in a Eagles uniform, just a white Michael Vick, and there's some controversy over whether that actually reflected the article. And my 2 cents on it is maybe not, and maybe it kind of went in the face of the article, but everyone was talking about it, everyone was reading it because the editors went with a somewhat controversial choice. That's their job. It was Toure's job to write a good article, which he did. I expect everyone to check it out, but I think that the hubbub is largely overblown, and I would say that the fact we're talking about it is due to something that people are in outrage about. So that's my Smash. Don't be outraged. Appreciate that the editors brought you to the content.
My Dagger is one. NFL preseason football is on Monday night tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, 206 on your DirecTV dial. 2, I got 3 daggers today. I'm like Danny Trejo and Desperado. My second dagger, I got this kick-ass Chris Mullins shirt from MDBallers.com. So they've got Spencer Haywood, they've got Dennis Rodman. I would go check that out. And then my other one was, I watched Book of Eli. And I am sick of apocalyptic or post-apocalyptic movies saying like, the only way to win the war was to scorch the sky. Why do we have to scorch the sky to win win a battle or to win the war? It just makes no sense to me. I am not an apocalyptic war general, but I know you can win one without scorching the sky. So those are my daggers.
Yeah. First off, I would love a Chris Mullins shirt, but it looks like there's a turd on the silhouette's head a little bit from this perspective. And yeah, it's like some soft serve chocolate is on there. I don't know what's going on top of that. I don't know about any of that. Secondly, it almost makes me sound like a company man to say that Toure was overreacting and to agree with Beckley, but I certainly do. What I don't understand about this controversy with the white Michael Vick is what's the controversy. It seems like people hear some sort of racial bad and they just go off and say it was stupid without necessarily unpacking why it's offensive and why it's such a bad thing. I suppose my noted or kill, depending on your perspective, would be Henry posted what David Stern said in the Bill Simmons podcast about how they only want to cut players' salaries by 8%. And this is something that I actually whined about in our last show, I believe, because it's not just 8%. It's 8% this year, and then in perpetuity, it's increasing amounts of percent, as you're capping the amount of money that they can get back. So I would suggest that everybody check out that post. I think it's called NBA negotiations in a handy chart, something like that. And yeah, come on, David Stern, be a little more honest, please.
All right, and we'll go out with a great question from Danny Chow, a really great writer you can check out on Hardwood Paroxysm. How much will the Scholes frozen face print cost on HoopSpeak? Great question, $12.95. See you guys later.
See ya.